Hello, it's Noah. Um, I was just in meditation just now. I need water. I don't have water left, but there is ice, so I'm gonna suck on some ice. Or two. Either or. Um, I thought I'd just come on here and say something. I was just in meditation just now, which it was really hard, but I'm stuck with it and I'm proud of myself. But something came through while I was meditating. So those of you who might be new to my channel, I'm trans. I'm a transgender female to male. My name is Noah, Independence Aries. I'm 18 years old, and yeah, I'm in college. I'm a freshman in college, and I thought I'd just come on here. I like to share my stories and my life to help other people who may be on the same path, who just maybe needs somebody to be like, hey man, stop being such an asshole to yourself. Pick yourself up and get going. Life is too beautiful to be such a butthole to yourself. Life's too beautiful to, not look around and enjoy it. So I'm here to just remind maybe any trans people who might need a little bit of awareness, or maybe just another trans person to just talk to. I was just in meditation. I have to say something real quick. So I have a pimple here and I have a pimple here. Usually in the past, when I went by she, her pronouns and I identified it as a girl, having pimples would fucking make me freak out and it would just make me feel insecure and self-conscious. Now that I have a pimple here, it reminds me of my third eye awakening, and I have a pimple here. I smile and it makes my dimple look more pronounced, so it makes me look really cute, and I like it because it makes me feel more masculine. Same with my eyebrows. I used to love the thin eyebrows. I still do because I'm gay and I love to look fabulous, but I have my eyebrows and they're thick and I fucking love them because they make me feel so masculine. Anyways, there's people walking. They're distracting. Anyways, I thought I'd share this. So I was just in meditation. It was just a simple little meditation. And something came to me. So I was just reflecting. I don't even really know how exactly it started, but I was just reflecting on how I have gone through the practice of mothering myself. I've reparented myself, but it was when I went by she, her pronouns and I identified as a woman that I healed my inner child and I remothered myself, and I mothered myself. I learned how to be that mother figure for myself because I didn't grow up in the most nurturing and the most nourishing household or childhood. And so, I grew up, to me, being super in pain and super alone and super sad, and I was left feeling super empty and alone. And I know that so many people go through this, especially trans people. But yeah, so yeah, from a young age, I didn't have a great childhood. I grew up in an abusive household, and that led to me feeling super unlovable growing up, and it left me feeling super unsure of who I was and super alone and confused. And it kind of just feels like I was like a shell of a person. It kind of feels like I was just like this, I had a human body, and externally everything that was externally thrown at me was internal. So it took a lot of work to cleanse that out and heal it and realign my chakras, and it's so much more than that. It took so much patience and it took so much time to really sit with myself and heal myself and learn to love myself. And it's still happening. There's still days where I have a hard time loving myself and I have a hard time being kind to myself because that inner child, it's a girl to me, but I'll get into that in a minute. But there's just that inner child that comes up, and I will refer to her as a she because that's who she was. But you know, she was really traumatized and in pain and had a lot of trauma. And she comes up, and it's just kind of this it's kind of like the voice of anxiety, or maybe the voice of ego, but I don't like seeing her as the voice of ego, because a lot of people see ego as this like bad thing, which I can talk about ego in a whole nother video if like maybe you guys want that, because I have so much to talk about on ego and how I don't feel like ego is like necessarily a bad thing. And I feel like ego, we need balance of heart and mind, and the mind comes with ego, and we need ego to like give us that boost. You know, we need ego, we need our ego, and I don't see it as like a demon or anything. So if y'all want that, let me know, because I will definitely do that. But as I was saying, I don't like seeing my inner child as ego, because I feel like my inner child is beautiful and special, and I love her so much, and she's such an amazing human being. But oftentimes she doesn't see that about herself, and because, you know, growing up she was told every bad thing that you can think of in your mind, she was told that she was that. And so she grew up feeling very weak and brittle, and had a very weak self-esteem, and very insecure, very unsure of herself, which is, you know, growing up, it left me feeling super confused and super unsure of myself. And so that voice is still with me. I still feel that. I still feel like she's a part of me. So oftentimes how she feels, it reflects in how I feel about myself. And so growing up, like I said, I reparented myself, I remothered myself, I nurtured my inner child. And something that always kind of was in the back burner, or the back of my mind, was how am I gonna father myself? Because I always grew up thinking that, like, when I reparented myself, you know, it's been a process. I think I started reparenting myself, it was the summer before my senior year. So I'm a freshman. I'm in 13th grade. Hey. I'm in 13th grade now. I love saying that. It makes me feel like such a big kid. Like, I'm a big boy now. But I was in, I can't tell if somebody just knocked on my door. No. I was in, it was the the year before my senior year of high school, the summer, I went through a very depressing period. It was not super suicidal or anything. It was just like I was depressed. And it's funny because that actually led to my senior year. I had a heart chakra opening. So the summer was just like me going through like the shadow work and the dark night of the soul of opening my heart. And then the senior year, which was just last year, I went through opening my heart, learning how to reparent myself, learning how to be a mother to myself, learning how to be that nurturing mother figure, mother Gaia energy for myself, because I hadn't had that growing up. And so I'm still doing that. I still mother myself every day. And although I'm trans, I will always mother myself, because I have to be that mother for myself, because I didn't have it, and I don't really have it too much now. So yeah, I'm there for myself when I need myself, which is always, because I always will need myself, and I take pride in that. So, like I was saying, as I was doing this mother healing work, what was always on the back of my mind and always on the back burner was, how am I gonna father myself? It was always stressful. It was always a stressful topic to myself, because growing up, I was very much alone. I had to take care of myself. I didn't have a great mother figure, and I didn't have a great father figure to, like, you know, give me that motivation and guide me through life. And I've totally forgiven my mother and my father. My mother mainly because I've done the mother work, but not too much my father, because I understand that they had their own shit going on. They were passed down trauma, led them to being who they were. So I mothered myself, right? And so, like, I've forgiven my mother in many ways for everything. And it's still a work in progress, you know, but I think that I took the time to mother myself. And what I'm trying to say is, at the time, I couldn't father myself at the same time. And so, because it would have been really too difficult to mother myself and father myself at the same time, it would have just clashed. So I think that the universe set it up in a way, or maybe my soul, before I came down to this planet, because I have a male soul. I don't know, I'll get into that later on, but I don't think that souls have it. I don't really know, but I'm not sure if souls have, like, gender. I'd say that souls have energy, and I have a very masculine soul, like a male masculine soul. And so I think it's just like everything's starting to click, and it's making sense, like why I came down here and why everything happened the way it happened. Because now that I'm here, and I just came out as trans, maybe I've known that I've been trans for like maybe probably my whole life, but like now I'm just like actually like, oh wow, I'm trans, it makes sense. But I've been out as trans for like a month, like literally it's new, it's fresh. I've been questioning, am I trans, for like maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months, maybe even 6 months, maybe even yeah, maybe like 6 months or so. Yeah, like I've known I'm trans, but like I just, now that I'm out as trans, it makes sense. Everything is starting to make sense. Everything's starting to fall into place. I'm starting to love and accept myself more. But as I was just in meditation, to have a full circle moment, I was just informed, hold on, I need a break. It's so hard to talk when you're like, you're not, like when your mouth is dry. I feel like it's just like, it makes you run out of breath. Like, I'm like, let me just like refresh my mouth. A little side note, if you guys haven't listened to Phineas, listen to him. He's so fucking good. I love him. You should listen to I Lost a Friend by Phineas. It's so good. It's like, oh, it reminds me of like losing, it's getting kind of hot. Hold on, I'm gonna take this stuff off. It kind of reminds me of like losing a part of my inner child, and mainly like losing ooh, that was a good one, but I crack myself up sometimes. But that song reminds me of like losing, if you've listened to it, it reminds me of like losing my friend, as in my inner child, like losing a part of myself as coming out as trans. Like, I lost a friend, this lyrics are, I lost a friend, I lost a friend, I lost my mind, but nobody believes me. That's what it feels like being trans. Like, I'm losing my friend, but nobody like believes me. It's like I'm losing somebody. It's hard. So yeah, anyways, to have a full circle moment, as I was saying, something that I had just been informed in when I'm meditating is that now that I've completed like now that I've completed mothering myself, like it's not over, but like I know, like it's not, I'm not done mothering myself, but I know like the gist of, I know how to mother myself. I've accomplished knowing how to mother myself. So now that I've done that, it's time for me to father myself, because like I said, I didn't have a great father growing up either. So now that I'm here and doing my thing, come out as trans, my name is Noah, he, him pronouns, I am now being given the gift of fathering myself. And I think that the reason why I always questioned, like, why is my inner child still in so much pain? Why is she still there, like whispering to me? I do this because it always feels like she's kind of just like here whispering to me and being in so much pain and being so sad. And I'm always like, why are you in so much pain? Like, I've done what I could, you know, I've mothered you. And it's not like a anger, like most of the times it is an anger, if I'm being honest, because I'm like, I did so much work, I healed myself, I mothered myself, I did the trauma work. Why am I still in so much fucking pain? Why is she in so much pain still? And I think that's just because, you know, in a childhood you need a mother and a father, a healthy mother and a father, to be a well-rounded person, to be a healthy, confident person. It's just the truth. You need that in your life. And people do it without, but I feel like the people who do it without are probably most likely people who did reparent themselves. And so I feel like now that, you know, I've remothered myself, I'm being given the gift of reparenting myself and refathering myself. I feel like I'm being a little bit redundant, but I feel like I'm just trying to get my point across that right now. Wait, never mind. I thought I was gonna zoom in. That would have been so cool. But I thought I wasn't recording, I just thought I like stopped recording. But right now, I'm learning to refather myself, and it just started. Like I've been doing it for maybe a month, and it's gonna be a hard journey. I can feel that, but I feel like it's also gonna be a very good one. And I feel like in reparenting myself or refathering myself, it's gonna help me to, you know, it's gonna help me to be, I feel like, a more well-rounded person. I feel like it's gonna help me to be a more well-rounded person. I feel like I want to look at this video in like a year from now and see where I'm at. So like on October 19th, 2025, I want to look at this video and see where I'm at and see where I'm at in life. So I believe that I'm going to be a more well-rounded person. I feel like this journey is going to help me to feel more better in myself. You know, I'm going to have, my inner child's going to heal on so many deep levels, and I'll be able to see her as a boy because it's who he is, you know. I feel like it'll make me feel way more confident in myself, and just having that like masculine energy, like being a feminine is so beautiful. I think that femininity to me is somebody who's in tune with their emotions, somebody who's fluid with their feelings, somebody who's in touch with, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna judge. I'm judging. I just saw somebody out there with a fucking Trump hat. That just like disgusted me. People. Oh, people. They're so irritating. What the fuck are you guys thinking? Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about it right now. It's just so hilarious to me. Anyways. The fuck was I talking about? It'll come to me. Maybe. I literally don't remember. But yeah, I think that being a father figure to me is going to help me to feel way more well-rounded, and it's going to be good. And yeah, I think that's really all I have to talk about right now. I think that whatever I was talking about is not wanting to come out right now, and I really have to pee, and I really want to go eat, so I'm done with this video. But anyways, if you find this video, I hope it finds you well. And yeah, peace.